Hi everybody, it is me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan, with a pre-recorded video for Party Week, January 2023. It's so exciting. So today we are going to talk about a fun celebration product, Adorable Owls. So I'll be showing you a fun card with that. And I'm going to be using this beautiful new designer series paper, which is in the annual. It's called Country Gingham. It is $12 and it is 48 sheets. You're going to get 4 each of these designs. So you've got these beautiful colors here. So let me tell you what the colors are on this side. They are balmy blue and mint macaron, which is what I thought. And the other side is petal pink and sweet sorbet. There's something about plaids that we all just go crazy over. So Stampin' Up's been wonderful about giving us these wonderful plaids to work with. So we're going to use this one. As you can see, I've been playing because I really like it. So we're going to use this particular one. We're going to be using the dies from the Stylish Shapes. You guys have seen me use these. Some I have already pre-cut out. One I will be cutting out for you guys after I stamp it. So I'll be stamping that in basic white. And then the other dies that I'm going to be using are the framed florets dies, which goes with the framed floret stamp set, which I am not using because I'm going to be using everything out of here. But I'm also going to be using the awesome mini cut and emboss machine, which you know is an opportunity for you to get this as part of your kit when you join my team. So I promised you in my pre-party video that I was going to be using this, and I will. But what I wanted to show you was, you know, we look at it and we look at some of the plates. Now, my plates are well loved, okay? But we look at the size of the plates and think certain things are not going to fit. But the width is a little bit longer. I mean, you still have to, your cutting still has to be this size. But you'd be surprised what fits. For instance, I wanted a larger circle because I am going to mat it with this circle, so I wanted it to fit. So if you look, it's a little bit, it's not this size. So here's the size that gets cut out of this. So you can see I wanted it to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to be using this piece, which is cut from, whoops, what did I do with it? Here it is, this framelit. So when you look at this framelit, if I were to try and use the framelit as it's needed, it would hang off the edge. But you can twist it and get it to fit on there, okay? The difference is you just have to make sure that your paper doesn't hang off the edge. So I twisted it, but I didn't care about this piece. That is what it actually cuts out. I wanted the oval. So when I put it on there, I went ahead and made it so it was kind of, you know, more like that. And so some of it did get cut off, and I was okay with that because I wasn't going to use this piece anyway. So that being said, I am going to put on this piece, which is obviously larger than the plates. So I'm going to center that on there. And then I'm going to put this really cute hearts oval on there. The only thing I want to be sure is that the die is onto the plastic, okay, onto the plates. So when I put this on, I want to make sure that I've got this to where it's on the plates. And I'm doing that by making sure it's even here and making sure it's even here. Okay, does that make sense? I'm hoping you guys can see that in this recording. It's a little difficult when I pre-record because I can't see what you guys are saying. So let me just go ahead and run this through. Okay, now there's something else I'm going to want to do with this. So I'm going to keep it like this for just a second. And I'm going to carefully take this off and try to keep it on the paper. I will show you why in a minute. I want to cut something else out, but look at these. Look at these. I'm not going to throw these out. I have been holding on to all the little hearts. So let me put those over on my desk where I have been storing my little hearts. Because they'd be great in a shaker card, right? So cute in a shaker card. So, oh, and they want to stay with my plate. Okay, so I'm going to move this for a second so I can show you guys something I want to do with this. I want to cut out this oval because, let me see if I can do this. What it does is it just places the holes in the cardstock. But I want it to be an oval, so I'm keeping it in place. I'm grabbing my pencil and I'm just going to trace the outside like so. Now I can see where I want to trim it. And I will pause the camera so you don't have to watch me trim this out. Oh, there's a couple of hearts I need to pop out that didn't pop out, but they will. Just so you can see that that was probably off a little bit, so they didn't cut perfectly. So I didn't have it centered. That's a bummer, but it's okay because I can fix it. It's no big deal. All I have to do is set this back on here, take a look at where it lines back up with the hearts, which is pretty easy to do with this one. And I'm going to just run it through the machine again so I can make sure that this side goes through. So I'll do that and I will trim it off camera. But I want to do a stamp and cut it out with this. So I am going to go with Hoot Hoot, You're So Cute, which I already have on a stamp. Hoot Hoot, You're So Cute. Okay, so I'm going to be using the black Memento ink. And I will stamp that right in the center. Oops, did not come out as dark as I wanted. I think I might need to re-ink my ink pad there. Did you know that you can re-ink your Memento ink pad? Yes, you can. We do sell the re-inkers for it. So that is awesome. All right. So now I have that ready, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that out with the amazing, you can have this as part of my team. I'm just going to keep saying that every time you guys see me doing this through February. So just prepare yourself because it is the best job I've ever had. I am not one of the big shop money makers. There are some who do make a lot of money, but it is a smaller percentage. It is possible, but you have to understand that it is a small percentage and it requires a lot of work. You have to really, really work it, probably more than a full-time job. And I have to say that as a disclaimer. I don't, and I make enough to keep myself happy to pay, some small bills. But anyway, there you go. Hoot Hoot, You're So Cute. So cute. Love it, love it, love it. And that's with that fun die. So, all right. So let me pause this for a second so I can cut out, repair and cut out my little hearts for you. I will be 2 seconds. You won't even notice. Okay, see? You didn't even miss me, right? So one of the things that I did also off camera, I'm sorry, I should have left it, is I went around and I erased all of my pencil lines. So I have stuff I need to move out of the way. Okay, so what are we going to do now? We are going to trim this piece down because it's going to be the front of the card. So I'm going to grab my paper trimmer, maybe, wherever I put it. Okay, I was just using it. Oh, I know where it is. It's ready for another video, so let me grab that without knocking. You're going to hear probably a bunch of stuff falling over. But hey, it's me. Y'all know me. I like making a mess, apparently. Okay. Whew. Paper trimmer. Love my paper trimmer. So, I am going to trim this beautiful designer series paper down to 4 inches. So we're going to go to 4 inches. Save that piece by 5 1/4 piece, by 5 1/4 inches. Okay, done with that. And now I have a piece of, where did I put it? I have a piece of cardstock right here. Had it on my other table. This cardstock, by the way, is in Blushing Bride, just so you know. And I'm going to fold that in half to do my card base, which you guys always see me do. And use my bone folder to get that crease nice. And then this is going to go on the front. There are no ribbons on this card, so it's okay for me to go ahead and glue that down right now. So let me do that real quick here. This beautiful liquid glue is only $4. Can you believe it? It's only $4 for that bottle. And you guys have seen me use it until I'm pounding it on the table. Like, and I can still get a ton. So never give up on your liquid glue. So there's that. I also have a piece of basic white somewhere. Man, I swear today is make me crazy. It's a good thing that this is on tape. So let me pause you again. I'm telling you, I do the right thing and I put pieces away, and that's when I need them. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so this is going to be on the inside of the card. And again, I am using the adorable owls. So for the inside, I have this adorable little pumpkin, this little owl. Don't ask me why I said pumpkin. I don't know. This is why I do lives and I don't do tapes, because I swear I'm less organized when I am recording than I am when I just wing it and go live. So I'm going to stick him right up there, or her. And I'm going to leave that one black and white. You can color it if you want, but that would go on the inside of the card, like so. It could be very fun to color it, because I am going to color the next one that I do. That is this cute little guy. Because after all, the sentiment that I cut out did say, "You're so cute." If I didn't lose it, which is highly possible, because I don't see it here. So I'm going to put that owl. Hopefully I have this oval straight. I'm going to put him right there, kind of towards the top. Now it's going to bug me because I don't know what I did with my sentiment. And I am going to need it. I did cut it out, right, you guys? I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, my golly. I'll find it. So we're going to color him. So let me grab my blends markers. Oh, and look, I found it. I was stepping on it. But it doesn't look worse for the wear, so that is good. And so I have all my pieces. Okay, I'm cool. I am cool. All right, so those of you who have seen me use blends markers know that they come in a dark and a light. This is Balmy Blue. Then I have the dark, I think this is the dark Mango Melody. And then I have our Ivory blends, and then these are the ones, okay, this one is light soft suede, and then this one is one of those no-name ones. Oh, well, this one says bronze. So, you know, we have some that are just like numbers, so it's kind of strange. So I'm going to start with this Mango Melody, and I am going to color his little beak like so. Now, you know, with blends, you want to let your ink dry for just a second, and you want to use Memento ink. Don't use StazOn, because StazOn will run which seems, it seems backwards when you think about it, because StazOn is made to be more permanent, but with the alcohol, the Memento Tuxedo Black works much better. So there we have his little feet. I am going to give him beautiful blue eyes. I'm going to make them light though, so I grabbed the wrong one. He's going to have some light balmy blue eyes. I'm leaving that white dot because that's kind of a shiny spot. And then of course the whites of his eyes. I'm going to leave those. And I'm going to take the dark balmy blue and I'm going to use that to color in his adorable little bow tie. So now you can see he kind of matches the designer series paper that I used for the front of the card. So he's just a cutie patootie. Anybody really still say that? Apparently, because I did. Then I'm going to take the ivory and I am going to color in his face and his little front packet down here. So you know you want to go slow. You don't want to over ink blends because they will start to fill in. If you find you have a white spot after you've done everything, then go back and fill it. But otherwise, it will probably spread on its own and fill in where you want it. And start out light because you can always, I mean, we have a color lifter, but it's better to start out light than it is to overdo it and wish you had been a little bit lighter touch. Okay, so this is the fun spot. But honestly, do you get lost in coloring? I do. I get lost in it. So I have always loved when Stampin' Up! Came out with coloring things, the watercolor pencils. I don't know, does anybody remember we had watercolor crayons? Those were the bomb. Loved them. Loved them. Okay, so now for the dark spots, his wings are kind of in the background, so I'm going to make them a little bit darker. So I'm going to be using the, is this the bronze? Yep, this is the bronze color, and it's a little bit darker. And see, this is really, this one is juicy. I'm seeing it wants to bleed out, so I'm going to be very careful coloring here so I don't get like a shadow on him. So you might, if you're new to blends and you've not used any alcohol markers, you may want to practice them with a little bit, because see, I can see he's bled a little bit right there. And then I'm going to put a little bit of dark right in here in his ears, right there. I thought about giving them a lighter color like his face, but I wanted the contrast. So now I am using the light soft suede for the rest of his body. So his hair, it's a little bit darker than what I used on his face and his little belly. So he's sweet. He's a sweet little guy. He is hoot hoot. He's so cute. So cute, isn't he? I mean, you can't mess these up. And how fun would this be to use as a Valentine card? If you have little kiddos, you could let them, you could, if they can probably stamp them themselves, but if they can't, you could stamp all the images and give them some watercolor markers. Some, they might get a little frustrated if they're real little with the blends, but even Crayolas, and they could color these themselves. And how stinking cute is that? Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. In fact, I've decided we need to color the inside because he's so cute. So this one's going to be maybe a little girl. So, well, I don't know how we would change that, but let me see what I can do. So I'm going to go ahead and give her pretty blue eyes also. I mean, I could do her in another color, but it won't really work. I think these would be really cute, though, if you colored them like pinks and stuff like that. But we're going to make her slightly different. I haven't decided how yet. I haven't decided because I wasn't going to do her, and now I am. So I think what I will do is I will leave her face white, and I will do her in a lighter shade. Why not, right? So we'll just make her a little bit lighter. And she'll be almost a snowy owl, but not quite. So, see, I'm getting lost. I hope I haven't lost you guys while I'm coloring. But you can see how easy it is and how you do get addicted, because all of a sudden I just wanted to color some more. And now if I wanted to add some shadow, I could go ahead and, you know, shadow out her under her wings and around her wings and stuff like that. So when you add color like that, it's going to darken. Even though it's the same color, it's going to add a little bit more color to those areas that you've gone over more than once. So cute, right? So now I'm happy. I can put her on the inside. And yes, these markers do bleed through. So technically I should have had a piece of paper underneath, but I mean, unless you're really getting nuts, which you don't want to do because it's going to bleed, then I haven't had a problem with it popping over onto anything. But technically I'm supposed to tell you to put a piece of paper underneath. So there we go. Inside, cute, right? Oh, so cute. Now here's the outside. So we are going to start with this blue band, and this was cut using this die here. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's got little, can you hear that? Little ridges. So you just determine what's the front and the back. It's not hard to figure out. And I'm just going to put a little bit around the edge here. Okay. And then I am going to slide it onto my little owl and get him centered where I want him. Cute. He's so cute. Then I'm going to put him onto this piece. So some more of my liquid glue. And I'm going to center him right there. Now if you look, you can see there's a heart here and a heart down here that you can kind of center them up. There's actually one at the top that's centered and two at the bottom. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what I'm talking about. See, there's one heart that's kind of the center at the top, and then it looks to me like these two right here are the center. So the center would be right there. Okay. Let me squeeze back down. There we go. Okay. Now, it's so hard when I'm doing a tape because I'm never sure where in camera is. So we're going to glue this down. And right now I have not done any dimensionals, even though you know that I love them. So I'm going to center this on the card like so. Cuteness, cuteness, cuteness. Now I'm going to take this piece and I am going to back it like that. So we've got little fins out there. So, oh, I forgot I had a boo-boo there. So now it's just a matter of laying it on and getting it straight. And I find I like to pick it up and maybe even flip it over, so that I can then kind of line up the edges and before it dries and try to get it even, Steven. Perfection is overrated. Y'all know I feel that way. But there you go. That's not bad. I'll take it. And some Stampin' Dimensionals for this piece. And now we have a really cute Valentine card, a new baby card. I mean, really, don't you just love this set? And remember, the adorable owls, you can't buy it. This is free when you purchase $50 in Stampin' Up! Products before tax and shipping. You can get this awesome stamp set absolutely free. And there's so much to choose from. Anything from the annual catalog or the mini catalog, okay? Either both mixed, it doesn't matter. Now let me show you. Here's another one that I did. And in this one, I put little tiny flowers in his hand. And then I just drew some stems. And those little flowers are from, I've showed them to you before, but let me show them to you again. These are called, hang on. They are called daisy embellishments, loose daisy embellishments. And I've showed them to you before. And the way I glued them on was I literally squirted some of this glue on it and stuck them on, let it dry, and then I added a couple more just to give it some dimension. So there you go with this adorable adorable owls. I mean, you can't miss adorable when it's adorable owls, right? So I hope you liked this video. Please remember to share it with your friends and tell them to hang out for Party Week at facebook.com/MemoryINKers. And if you want to shop online so that you can get the adorable owls or anything else out of the Celebration catalog, or to join my team and get the awesome, as one of your options, the mini cut and emboss either in white or the boho blue or not. But you get $175 worth of product, whichever of the 3 levels that you choose. So don't forget that. You can also do that on MemoryINKers.com. If you have questions, MemoryINKers@gmail.com. And watch for that hostess code, which I will be posting later. Adorable owls. Celebration. It's awesome. Bye.